Well, hello and welcome to yet again another episode of the Gamers Roundtable with yours truly, Liefx. And I have some wonderful people joining me today. You may recognize some of the faces, such as Eric. Hello, Eric.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Excited to be back.
It's good to be back. Yeah, I don't have to host anymore, so that's a nice
The burden has been removed from you.
relief of my duties while you were moving.
Yeah, it's an issue, but I have wonderful internet now, so that's not going to be an issue. And next to our previous host, Eric, we have Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Hello. And once again, myself, Liefx, or Brody, as they'll probably call me, we are the Gamers Roundtable. And we do this every week, at least when we can. But every week at 7 p.m. EDT, or EST now, I think it is. 7 p.m. EST. You can join in. We got a live Q&A at the side, so you can ask us some questions. We also got a showcase. I think when you're on the Google Plus thing, it's at the top. There's a little drop-down thing. So click on that, join the Q&A, and check the showcase for any links that we're talking about. But yeah, we talk about video games, we talk about gaming news, we talk about the industry, and love to talk about anything that relates to video games, pretty much. So feel free to join in with us. And go to youtube.com/gamersroundtable show. Subscribe to that YouTube channel so that you can see any of our previous episodes. I'm going to start off. Again, I've been away. I was out of country for the last week, so I don't know if maybe you guys found some super sweet games. But what have you guys been playing this week, Sarah? If you want to start us off, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare still.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Smash a little bit here and there still also, but nothing new, I don't think. Pretty
Even with
boring.
all the new games out.
Nothing that has come out interests me until next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday, already.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Yeah, speaking of Garden Warfare, we need to try that share play afterwards, because as we know, PlayStation 4 share play came out. If people don't know what that is, I guess even Sarah was unaware, but it wasn't super broadcast, but the share play allows you to use your PS4 to jump in and play a game on someone else's PS4. So if afterwards we're going to try it out, I should be able to play co-op or multiplayer with Sarah on her PS4.
Wow. Okay.
on her PS4 together, and I don't even need to have the game downloaded. So that's a pretty sweet feature. There are 14 games. We went over the block. It includes Ghosts, Advanced Warfare. Shadow Mortar did, but it doesn't anymore. There's a few other games as well too. But every other game should work. I've already tested it out with Towerfall. Works pretty good. Minimal latency on it. So I'm stoked to try that out and get playing more, because it's cool. You don't have a game, you can try your friends. You don't even have to download anything. You just stream it straight from their system. So it's pretty sweet. We got to try that after.
Mm-hmm.
And Eric, what have you been playing?
I've been playing a little bit of Evil Within. I'm stuck on this one part.
You're still stuck.
Dude, I didn't play that much this week. I was playing a little bit of Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 in my off time. I'm remodeling one of my bathrooms, so I've been kind of like working a lot with my tile guy all week. I am still stuck on that one part. I cannot get past it, and I'm like so deflated by it. Like I really might just kind of like give up on it, because I watched a couple. I watched a couple walkthroughs, and even following like their advice and stuff like that, I keep fucking dying, and I'm just livid with it. I am.
What system you're playing on?
Xbox 360.
If it was the PS4, I could jump in and help you.
I know. Well, the problem was that the game didn't come out for the Xbox One yet at the time when I purchased it. The day it came out, it actually was released on the 360 before the One,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to wait because I was so hyped up for it that I just said fuck it and bought it on 360. Now I kind of wish that I waited a little bit, but at the same time, like I really don't give a fuck, and I'm pissed off a bit that for making the game so hard.
How are you finding the graphics? Because we tried it on PS3 and it was really, really dark and not so great looking.
Yeah, okay, here's my rule of thumb. Whenever I play one of those games that's like, hey, make the icon just barely visible on the screen, I make it really bright because I know that, like, if I do that, I'm going to be so pissed off because I can't see anything.
So actually, it's true because I recently, the first time I've ever followed that visibility thing was with the new Call of Duty, and my screen's really dark. I can't see a lot of stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know why they do it like that, but it seems like any game that I've ever done it where it's like just make it visible. Like, you know, a game fucked me with that, like Dead Space. You know, they were like notorious for like being like, oh, make it just visible, and then like you'd have to go into the settings like right after you start the game and make the screen brighter because you couldn't see anything. Yeah. So graphically, it's cool. I mean, I don't think I'd really be able to tell like a crazy difference between the Xbox One and the 360. So. But I've heard that like there's like some rendering issues that I haven't really come across that apparently the one doesn't have.
Yeah, we had textures like not loading right away, and it was weird.
Texture popping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know? What engine it's based on?
What engine the game was?
Yeah.
Built on?
Yeah, what engine Evil Within is based on?
Am I supposed to know that kind of stuff?
I just know there was a few. Yeah, it's ID Tech 5. So I know there's a few. One specifically was the Unreal Engine 3. That one had a lot of texture popping issues. So I was just wondering if that's what it was. Yeah, man. Why don't you know everything about all things about every video game?
I don't know, but I did do something totally unlike myself, and this I pulled a total Brody, and I went ahead and scooped up this. I pre-ordered Far Cry 4.
Now, what inspired you to finally pull a Brody and pre-order a game?
Because I was at I don't know where I think I was at Walmart or whatever, and I was like looking for a couple little things that I needed for my new house, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna pop over in like the game section and see if there's anything new out that I didn't remember that was coming out that I would be like, you know, I would surprise myself with or whatever. And I saw it sitting there, and actually, like when I started reading like what the exclusive content is for the pre-order, you get 4 extra single-player bonus missions. You get a limited edition harpoon gun. You get a limited edition Sandman 1911 handgun pistol, and a free digital starter strategy guide, a free digital magazine, $5 in movie credits on Vudu. Like you get a lot of shit for $5.
Just for pre-ordering.
Yeah, that's crazy. And so when I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm definitely, because I'm so hyped on this game anyway. I'm gonna buy it the day it comes out. Like, why not drop the $5 and get all that free shit? So. Yeah,
that makes sense because you're not spending anything extra.
No, right. So I was like, wow, Birdie's gonna be so proud of me when I show him this.
High fives.
But I'm never gonna do it again. This is the one only time.
That's what you say, and now you're hooked.
Yep, no.
Now you're hooked. It's like a drug.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of pre-orders, I have a lot of games pre-ordered, which is an issue because, especially around this time, Christmas is coming up, and that's going to lead us later into our topic, is that Christmas is coming up, and people are always like, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't know, I already bought everything. I've already pre-ordered it and have it already paid. You can't go pick it up for me.
Yeah.
So that's the only, I would say, for me particularly, the real downside to me pre-ordering things is that other people can't buy things for me. So that's what it comes down to.
Yep. I don't know how it is, Sarah. How is it for you and Zach? Like, because my girlfriend, she gets irate that every time I say like, "Oh my God, I totally want one of those," and then I buy it like 4 hours later online. She gets upset because then she's like, "Well, every time like you say so you want something and it's a good idea and I like write it down or whatever, you fucking buy it for yourself." Like, you guys do the same thing?
No, our issue's the complete like opposite. It's more that what we do for gifts is we always buy each other things that we know like the person wants but would never actually shell out for. So I don't want to spoil what mine is, but I'll let you know. With Zach, it was like I know he's going to want Smash for Wii U, so I was like, let's pre-order that. There's your Christmas present. He's like, sweet. And like we already know what our gifts are because we're just really chill about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it. Definitely for me, though, is everybody, especially my dad. My dad's more like that than anybody because he likes to buy his kids a lot of stuff for Christmas, and he can never get shit for me because I've already bought literally everything. It's exactly what you said. I'm like, I want that. 2 days
Yeah.
later, I have it.
Oh yeah, I don't wait. I'm like online and within like an hour, like looking shit up. So
Hmm.
it's really bad, and I feel bad for her because I know she's always looking for ideas. Like she pays attention, to stuff like that. And then it's like she gets pissed when she sees that I bought it. So
It's yeah, that's kind of sucks because she wants to do it, and you're just like, no, I need it now.
yeah,
Okay, maybe only tell her about the things that you're like, I can wait for that.
yeah. But then it's like you're pretty much telling them what to buy for you.
I guess indirectly.
It's half-ass. It really is. I mean, I don't know.
That's
I
true.
always just buy the most like random, like retarded shit for people. So like,
Come to my apartment. I
yeah.
That is what I do for myself. About
Hmm.
the most random crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get into the things that we want for Christmas coming up after we get into our news. Um, and for me, I guess, what have I been playing? I just picked up Unity, so I'm playing Unity. Um, there's it's I haven't gotten too far actually, really. I made some notes here about it, so I'm gonna go over those quickly for a second if I can find them. Oh, I think I actually lost the notes. I don't know where I put them. Oh, gee. Oh, found it. Um, cool. So Unity, do you guys have it? No. No?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, I don't
Um,
get Unity.
so Assassin's
Sorry.
Creed Unity just came out, and I'm playing it, and it's super fun. It feels like they went for more of like a realistic route when it comes to like movement and stuff, which can be frustrating sometimes because there's so many more um, ways you can climb stuff now that you end up grabbing stuff you don't want to. But one of the first things I noticed is that it's supposed to be in the French Revolution, and all the French characters, like they'll throw their their French phrases in here and there, but when they're not talking, like when they're talking in English, their accents are English.
What?
Yeah, which makes no sense um, to me, and I think their accents should probably be French.
Right.
Um, yeah, so that was kind of weird. Oh, and every once in a while you get this terrible voice actor that sounds like he's trying to be Scottish, but he's like, I don't know, he's definitely American, but he's like trying so hard to be Scottish, and it just sounds some of the accents they got a little off in that game. Um, but I like how there's they took all the classic things, with the bird's eye views, the eagle vision, stuff like that, but they fancied it up, made it new. It's a good game so far. I like it, but it's very. I recently got into issues with it being very, very uh, like buggy. Like the frame rate will drop down to like 5 frames per second for like a period of 10 seconds at times, and and it's just you're just like, okay, wait, what's happening right now? Um, the game keeps going on. The game doesn't stop. It's just the frame rate drops, so it ends up screwing you up. Um, but I've noticed apparently all systems, like it's on every console, is experiencing this right now. So it's not just the PS4. So it's something in the game. So hopefully there's some patches come up for that um, soon. Some people said it got better after the new PlayStation update, but I haven't noticed any difference. But the game's fun so far. I'm trying to finish it for next week because I also got Advanced Warfare, which is really freaking good. Um, Ghost was a terrible game, and you should never play Call of Duty Ghosts because it was awful. That was actually, I'm a trophy whore, and that was the first Call of Duty that I did not finish the story mode on because I said
Really?
this is so bad I don't even want to get the trophies. I made it about an hour and a half in, and I'm like, this is awful, so terrible. But Advanced Warfare is incredible. They could have done a lot of like they're embracing the sci-fi side of things now. They went realistic shooter for so long, and now they're embracing the sci-fi side of things, and it's good that they're like, okay, we can try new things now because we're not going to be super hyper realistic. So having like the exoskeleton suit and all that is really fun. It changes the gameplay and the meta like 100%. It just everything's flipped on its head, and it's refreshed the multiplayer like you wouldn't believe. Like so, if you're one of those people that hate Call of Duty and you're like it's the same thing all the time, you need to try this. Jump in, play some multiplayer. They've refreshed the entire thing. It plays so differently. It's just the verticality that's been added to it. Map style is different. You're not just aiming in one on a horizontal anymore. You got to watch above. You got to watch from below now. Everything's been changed. So it's honestly, I think people that are against Call of Duty should definitely give this one a try. The story was really good. They could have expanded on a lot more of it. I was content with the length of the campaign, but if they had extended it, I would have been happy. They honestly probably could have had like a 25-hour campaign in that, just with the content that they had, and just the storyline. But they kind of cut it short, obviously, because they know people are going to go into multiplayer. But honestly, super fun game, and I'm actually trying to get a team together to do some game battles and stuff for that, because I'm actually super stoked for this one. So give it a try, even though I know a lot of people don't like Call of Duty. Give it a try. Give this one a try. So I'm trying to finish Unity in this week because GTA comes out next week for the new systems. I'm picking that up. Are you gonna pick that up for your Xbox One there, Eric?
Which game?
Grand Theft Auto 5.
I don't know, man. I'm still debating whether or not I'm gonna buy it.
That was one of the only ones where like the updated next gen version actually looked worthwhile.
Yeah, I know you said that there was a lot of changes that they made and stuff like that, but the storyline's going to be the same. And for me, like I don't want to replay through the game if I know what's going to happen.
Honestly, the real reason I play the game is just to make my own fun. I love just messing around doing backflips over trains with motorcycles and stuff. That's what I play it for, really, more than the story. Sarah, did you play GTA 5?
Nope.
Nope. Any interest on picking it up on the PS4?
Nope.
Oh.
Sorry.
I think that would be a fun game for all of us to go into together and play. Hey, hopefully it'll have share play.
Yeah.
But no, that'd
be PS4 though.
When do you have any timeline?
Probably in a week or so. I'll pick one up when I get time to go out and get one.
Your girlfriend's watching, like, damn it!
No, I wouldn't spend that much on me.
I wouldn't spend that much on me. You are about to spend that much on you.
No, I said I wouldn't want her to spend that much on me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's in med school. She's poor,
Okay, that's true. Fair enough. Oh man, I think GTA would actually be a fun game for all of us to get together and go online and play.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody's got it for PS4, then I'll probably just crack and play it and get it.
Well, I will have it, and I'm pretty much everybody. So.
True.
So GTA comes out next week, and I think there's another game. Not many people really care about it coming out next week. I figured I'd mention it anyways, just because it's gaming news. But Smash Brothers comes out on the 21st of November. Holy frick! I think there's a lot of people hyped up on that one. We've obviously had the game out on 3DS for a while now, but I don't think we've been able to play it to its full potential because we haven't been able to have a GameCube controller in our hand to play the game, and that's the way the game should only ever be played, is with a GameCube controller. It just works so well. So Smash Brothers this sucks. I have so many things I want to do, but Smash Brothers is going to take over all my time. It's
Mhm.
I think there's already a lot of sweet tech being found for characters. I think it's only going to get better as soon as people get their hands on GameCube controllers and they can do more precise movements. So I think it's only going to get better from here. Now, Zach, you're Eric. Eric, do you?
Yes.
I just whenever I think Smash 4, I think Zach now because he's so hyped on it. Um, Eric, do you have a Wii U?
No.
No. You should get a Wii U and
Uh,
play Smash Brothers.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I thought about it. Um, can I use a GameCube controller?
Yes, you 100% can.
Okay, then I might because the
And
only reason
actually,
why.
there's a bundle you can get 99 for the game. You can get $99. It comes with the game and a GameCube controller.
Oh, that's
Um,
right.
yeah, a special Smash Bros. GameCube controller, and then you just got to pick up the Wii U, which I think are what are they at now? 300 retail?
I
I
know
can't
they're.
remember. Hmm?
Oh, hi, Manny.
How's it going, guys?
Manny has joined us. Hello.
Only 28 minutes late.
Only. At least it wasn't 29 minutes late. Then we would have had to scold you. um, yeah, we're just going over releases of games coming out in the next few weeks. It's a busy month, obviously November, and then we're gonna get into some news pieces now. I think there's obviously some games I missed. Those are the ones I'm most hyped about. Is there any other games coming out in this month that you guys are particularly hyped on?
All right.
You guys already talked about Dragon Age,
Yeah,
right?
you missed Dragon Age, Pokemon, and not quite this month, but December 5th, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Yeah.
The only reason.
Hell is that? Wait, Captain Toad's.
Just Google it, man.
What I'm doing.
Basically, Toad got his own like side little game. I think the game's
Oh
overpriced.
no!
No, dude, it's sweet, okay? Don't even.
Oh my God!
I like how we're not talking about like the game that just got tens from like every publication, and it's like the biggest, most epic next-gen RPG out there, and no one's like Treasure Toad. Let's talk about Toad.
Yeah, man. Toad's.
Yeah. I like my Nintendo.
I'm not big on. I've never really liked the Dragon Age ones games, but and I haven't actually paid to the release date. Is that out now?
Should be, right? The 11th it came out? Or is
Yeah,
that
I
just
know.
the review embargo?
Because I
I
know
don't
the
know.
embargo lifted
No.
like a day or something ago.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was the release date as well.
Here's your big next-gen epic RPG.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my biggest issue I had with I only played the first one. I didn't play anymore because I didn't really enjoy the first one. Was the linear feel to it? Again, I'm used to playing RPGs along the lines of the Elder Scrolls series, stuff like that. I guess if you could consider
I'll just cut to the chase. Yes, this game is more open.
it is more okay.
This is a post-Skyrim RPG, so yes, it is a lot more open.
Okay, beautiful. So I might actually have to check it out then, just because that was my only real issue with it. I watched a lot of trailer cinematics. I like the lore behind it. It was that linear feeling after coming from an open world that I wasn't comfortable.
I don't know, man. I don't get hung up on that kind of stuff. It's like, who cares? Call of Duty's linear. Lots of stuff is
It is.
linear. If it's a good game, it's a
It was
good game.
because of my preconceptions of what an RPG was. What was construed because I hadn't played that many, right? So I think that's what it was. My preconception going into it, and I expected something else. So when I didn't get that, I was kind of turned off by it. So I'll look into this one too. But again, I have so many games right now already. I need to play. So let's get that kind of leads me into a bit of the news. There's some other games that were announced for next year that are pretty sweet. So we got Just Cause 3 has been announced. And one of the cool things I actually was reading in the article here is that I forget who it was that said it, but one of the key things was that it does not feature in-game microtransactions. So they aren't going to be charging you for skins or updates and stuff like that. And what they said was, does that mean we'll release the game and call it quits? Nope. Beyond launch, we are likely to look into DLC packs and items as part of our ambition to support Just Cause 3 and its players for many years to come. Yeah, so we're not going to have to worry about all these microtransactions that plague a lot of games now. But I've never actually finished a Just Cause. Has anyone here fully played through? Is there any Just Cause fans here? No.
Nah.
I always liked watching videos. I've watched so many YouTube videos on the game, and people messing around, mods, all that kind of stuff. But when I actually finally played it, I think I played for about 30 minutes, and I think I had to do something. I just never came back to it. But yeah, I know there's a lot of people that do like that game, and so that's coming out. Another one that got announced was The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. Is going to be launching for the 3DS in 2015. This is pretty cool. Eric, do you have a 3DS?
I actually just bid on one on eBay, like this morning.
You're not kidding when you say you just buy everything you need right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, why aren't you waiting for?
I just want to get one and experience it because I haven't owned like a handheld since Game Boy, the original Game Boy. Well, no, that's a lie. I had Game Gear.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you is that the new 3DS is the 3DS experience, but better, and it'll actually play exclusive games that you can't play otherwise, and it has a longer battery life and better screens. I mean, it's the same thing, but better, and it's coming out relatively soon.
Will it play older 3DS games?
It is the exact same thing, except it is a better system with better controls, including a right stick, more shoulder buttons, and it'll play exclusive new 3DS games because it has an improved processor.
Okay, sweet. When is that?
So it's like literally like before like an Xbox One comes out.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a question because I know at first before it was only going to be a Japan release. Is there a North America release on that?
Of course it's coming. It was never only going to be a Japan release.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, is there... obviously, of course, it's going to come, but I'm saying, is there a date for that?
No, that I'm not sure about. But, it is coming here, absolutely.
Well, they're not... Yeah, that would be very silly for them not to. I last I had heard they hadn't announced anything for North America yet.
All I heard was, like, early 2015.
Mm-hmm. Because I will definitely... I have an original 3DS.
Like, that's the thing there, Eric. I don't know if there's something legitimately that you want to play right now on a 3DS, by all means. But if you're just going to get it just to play around with it for a little bit and then keep it aside until, like, the new Zelda game comes out, by then the new 3DS will probably be on store shelves.
Yeah, that's what my game plan was, so I might as well wait then.
And it's not that expensive. In Japan, it was like only like with the US conversion, it was like only like $150, $160. It was not that expensive at all.
Not bad at all.
Manny, the preventer of buyer's remorse.
Yep. Right.
Well, I just figured he just said he's just gonna mess around with it. I mean, you could if that's all you're gonna do, dude, just wait and get the better machine.
Yeah, that makes 100%, especially if it's gonna be in early 2015.
Oh, but I thought, like, for some people, they're buying it because they want to play, like, Persona Q, like, right now. And I'm like, okay, totally, man, I can't. You know what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah. But, if you're waiting, it's probably going to launch out with one of these major 3DS games anyways.
You know it's going to come out right alongside Majora's Mask. That seems like after all, the last time they released, like, a 3DS remake Zelda was with, the launch of the 3DS, right?
Yeah, and then what was it? It was Pokemon and the 2DS launched side by side.
Yeah. Also, and like, say if you want to in the future, Eric, play like a Xenoblade Chronicles that Wii RPG exclusive, you could only play that on the new 3DS.
Oh, okay.
And like Monster Hunter Center 4 actually has improved controls to take advantage of the extra buttons and of the C-stick, which is like a little nub that lets you control the camera.
That's my question. How are they handling?
So,
like, will it be labeled differently on the box?
Probably. Just like maybe you're too young to remember this, but when the Game Boy came out and then the Game Boy Color came out, like it would say Game Boy Color on the side on the label, and then the cartridges were actually different from normal different from Game Boy games. They were like clear as opposed to like solid.
Now I expect a lot of confusion.
Eric probably color.
The original Game Boy games were gray.
Yeah,
gray
and then the color ones were clear.
Yeah, the colored ones were clear.
So it's going to be like that.
So a mom goes in to buy a game for a kid and it doesn't work on his system.
But you just got to make sure it says new. I'm pretty sure hopefully they'll change the name and not call it New 3DS, and they'll call it like Super 3DS Super 3DS or something to prevent confusion.
Well, yeah, same idea as calling it the XL or the 2DS, so a different name.
Here's a picture of the difference between the carts in the chat.
Oh, you shared one up at the same. Cool. I'll take a look.
Yeah, like there were like a handful of exclusive Game Boy Color games, like the two Zelda games, Oracle of Ages and Oracle of
Seasons. Those are
Seasons.
amazing games. Oh my gosh.
And those were color exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
So easy exclusive. You're like, damn, I need to buy another 3DS just to play these 3 games.
Well, yeah. See, I'm holding out because I was thinking of getting an XL, but I'm just because it's a bigger screen. But
no, just gonna wait for like a new 3DS XL.
That's what I'm gonna end up waiting for because I want to have that C stick in there, the extra shoulder buttons, and again, I have an original 3DS, so I've held out this long. I can wait a few more months for the system to come out, right? That, and again, my wallet is butchered from these next few months of games coming out.
Man, and pace yourself, bro. You don't need to get them all right away. I mean, Boxing Day is coming up, and I hear the Canadians also get Black Friday and Boxing Day now.
Yeah, Black Friday isn't as like intense though. Like,
that's $20 more to spend on another game, right?
I think our Boxing Day is still going to be. I think it's still bigger.
I'll give you the warning that I give to everyone who has a podcast is that you feel the pressure to get everything right away so you can talk about it, so you can have new content to talk about. But also remember that you're still a gamer with your own normal budget. It's not like Viacom or CNET is backing your thing and is going to reimburse you.
That's true,
yeah.
So
just watch out for yourself.
Now I've gotten a message. Actually on Hangouts, Mickey Brown, if he's watching the stream, there's a Q&A you can actually comment on, so you don't have to message through Hangouts there. But watching your stream, when's the new 3DS come out? Also, there's a Crystal Red and Blue 3DS coming out, or 2DS coming out soon. So if you're looking into the 2DS, there's a Crystal Red and Blue.
Yeah, that sucks because they just announced a whole bunch of new exclusive 3DSs. There's the Persona Q 3DS. There's the Nintendo controller 3DS, which looks absolutely hideous. It's such a poor design. It's so dumb. And not because I don't like the original Nintendo, but what they should have done is have the outside look like the console, and then when you open it up, have the inside look like the controller, rather than just print the controller on the front.
Yeah, no, it's how many? I want to see by the end of the 3DS's life cycle how many different models there were of the system.
What I want to know is how many people buy multiple models because they're just big collectors.
That's my
issue.
I would love to see those numbers. I'm a collector, and I'm holding off right now because it's just every year.
But come on, could you justify or afford to have like multiple $200 machines or sub $200 machines
down the road when they cost $80 each, $50 each?
And you just pick them all up on eBay?
So I'm waiting for that. As a collector side of things, I don't need them right away. I can get them at any point. So I'm definitely gonna wait for the price. But they're probably at like eight models now of the 3DS.
Have you ever seen the pictures of all the Game Boys they did, or Game Boy Advances they did by the end?
No, I didn't actually.
It was like 50.
That's
expensive fast.
Oh my goodness.
There's a lot.
I actually didn't realize there was that many.
Oh yeah, dude. This is collecting versions of Nintendo handhelds is only for like rich kids.
Hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. No kidding. For collecting, that's why again I said I'm waiting till down the road to pick them up.
Some of them get more expensive because some of them are like exclusives only for like certain releases and are really hard to get. So you actually don't go down in price; you just go up.
That's true. Well, I guess I'll have to come across that when the time comes to it. But right now, I'm not spending the money. I already got one that works. This next news piece is actually kind of interesting. Microsoft, I posted it in the showcase, in the showcase there. So if you're watching the stream, you can click on the link and see the actual trademark file. But Microsoft files for trademark Battletoads.
What?
Yeah. So Microsoft, it's in the showcase there, so you can take a look yourself. It's got all the info there. But they are filing for the trademark Battletoads.
Wait, who owned it? Acclaim?
I actually forget who.
Oh no, wait, did Rare make Battletoads?
I can't even remember now.
Yeah, Rare made Battletoads.
So which is Microsoft.
Yeah, but Rare went out of business, so right.
They're bought out by Microsoft. So Microsoft, so wonder if we're gonna get a next generation Battletoads.
Dude, if we get a new Battletoads, fuck yeah. That game is so badass.
But I've never ever gotten past the second level of Battletoads. The tunnel?
Oh, when you're on the jet skis?
No, when you're rappelling down.
Yeah, you got to do it with 2 players, and you have to synchronize. You have to both turn into the cannonballs by staying on the side.
Yeah, that's
you have to have a friend that will actually like listen to you. Like there were so many like people that I would play with. I remember as kids, you always have that jerk off friend where it's like, okay, I'll take the left, you take the right, and like in like 0.4 seconds, they're like over in your shit, like fighting stuff. You know?
Yeah.
So you have to have a friend that's like actually really vigilant with staying on their side, and you can just kill all the crows and the plants and make your way down. It's really getting through the. I actually just found out yesterday. I mean, it's funny that this all comes up. I was watching James Rolfe's last playthrough video, the Angry Video Game Nerd, that he did on his James and Mike Mondays. And they played through Battletoads. It was to try to get James through the jet ski level because he had never done it as a kid. And I didn't realize that there was a warp in that level. Yeah, if you hit the 10th block, there's a part where there's a section where there's like 3 really big jumps where you're like flying through the air and you land and you hit another jump and you're like flying crazy and then you land and then you have to go like up and down, up and down, up and down through these blocks. If you hit the 10th one, it'll bring you to like a warp zone pretty much where you can warp ahead. I didn't even know that existed.
I didn't either because I haven't gotten past the second level.
Yeah. It's a notoriously very hard game, Battletoads.
Yeah. I'm assuming everyone here has played Battletoads at some point in their life, correct?
I would hope. Battletoads and Double Dragon, too. We're doing.
Has anyone ever beaten it?
No.
No. I didn't think so.
No.
No one has beaten that game ever. I'm going to put in the showcase here, Manny has shared with us the link to all of those Game Boys there, the advanced.
Yeah, I'm looking at like a pictorial history from some website called Game Boy Galleria, and it's insane how many there are.
Yeah,
so many different designs. Some I had no idea even existed that came out.
Yeah, so it's in the showcase there. So if you're watching and viewing, you can take a look.
Check out the links at the bottom of the wiki page because there's some interesting. If you want to see all the different models, there are a lot, man.
There are a crap ton of those. Holy shit. Well, maybe the 3D. Maybe they're looking at trying to beat their record there with the 3DS.
It's crazy. No matter what your thing is, whatever you're into, with. There was a Japanese 3DS, but I don't know if you hit this up in the news, but maybe especially if what Iwata said turns out to be true.
Is it not region locked?
No, he said the company is going to start evaluating. So you don't have this news?
Sorry, they're gonna start what?
I know. They're going to start evaluating whether they should be region locking all of their stuff
That'd be
going
good.
forward.
Because the thing is, if like why I didn't really ever get the idea of region locking. Like if you're only gonna release it in a country and someone wants to buy it and ship it, let them do it. That's an extra sale for you.
Except it going forward because the people don't want to wait.
True, I guess.
Or business partnerships with somebody else. Like this company has bought the localization rights to bring it over here, but all of the fan base already bought it from Japan, so we wasted all our money and effort localizing this, and then no one bought it over here. I think that's some of the logic. I'm sure there's like other arguments for it too. So I mean, at this day and age, like, I'm with you, man. Who cares? I mean, if Eric wants to spend an extra 30, 40, 50 bucks to import
And that's maybe that's what the real issue. It's everyone knows about everything everywhere all the time. So with the internet, it's it should make sense to give them the ability to use your product.
Yeah.
Which product?
And hopefully localize it. And localizing, because the fan base is small enough that they would probably just import it anyway.
Well,
so
yeah, that's the thing. If there's a game that you can only get in one language, the people that want to play it over here aren't going to care if it's another language. They're going to play it anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I know localizing would cost a lot to do that for every game possible. So just
I know like Britain would love it because they get like Atlas games and stuff like that really like several months after the fact.
I think it makes sense to me again to open it and to say, hey, we want it.
Yeah, but we'll see if Iwata actually follows through. Right now, it's just talk, right? Talk is cheap.
Can be anything. And that actually leads into the next point here, or the next news piece, is that Ubisoft said that they're not going to downgrade the Division on the PC. They're going to cram it up, quote unquote. So the game will be full out. It's not going to be a crappy port or anything. Just between him here, it says, "Return to me." It's Hultberg. I said in an interview, obviously we want to make a game that looks the best it can on its respective format, so Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. So I think the term downgrade is a bit confusing and weird because we're trying to get the utmost out of every machine we use. So Xbox gets its attention, PlayStation gets its attention, and PC, of course, will be able to cram it up a bit more depending on the hardware you have. So yeah, it looks like they're, again, that talk could be cheap, and Ubisoft is known for not having the greatest ports over to PC. So let's see.
Right now, Ubisoft doesn't have the best reputation of porting anything anywhere.
Well, yeah, fair enough. Well, like, it sucks because I want to get the Division on PC. I think it'll be a better experience on the PC, and that's where most of my friends will be playing it. So I honestly, I'm huge on this one. I hope that game is going to be its full and to its best potential on its respective system. Just because I'm going to go on in there, and I know their track history isn't necessarily the greatest. But we'll see. Again, talk is cheap.
Wait, so you're gonna get the PC version? I thought you weren't a big PC gamer.
I play, honestly. Here's my thing. I'll play a game on any system as long as I'm playing a game. Right? It doesn't necessarily matter to me which system. I do have preferences when it comes to, like, controllers and control schemes and how they work out. Like, again, they were saying, I don't like playing racing games on PC. I'd prefer it on a console.
I'd say it depends what kind of racing game. I know we got into this argument before, but it depends.
Well, that's why I don't want to get it. I'm just saying for me personally.
No, I totally agree. I mean, if you like arcadey or like more streamlined controller-based racers, Yeah, totally. Play on console. If you want some hardcore sims where you can tweak and tune absolutely everything and just like there's like insane F1 racing game like where you have a subscription and you buy like a car for $40 and that's your car. And it's not like outrageous because that's your car and it's been perfectly modeled and you race through seasons with your racing wheel and your and your pedal set up and you have
your pedal and
like
right?
head-mounted tracking, so when you learn, you can look around corners. Oh no, you blow out a wheel. I need to go turn in and get. It's like insane.
Ultimately, if I were to
level.
choose, I would only ever play racing games with a wheel and pedal. Right? I think that's the best way to ever experience a racing game.
In those hardcore.
Yeah, well, yeah, at this point, but you know, it depends. With shooters, I honestly, I'm actually back and forth. It depends what it is. To be honest, I like controller and I like mouse and keyboard. But it all depends on the game. But Division, the biggest factor for me is that most of my friends that are getting the game are getting it on PC. So I feel like the Division's going to be a big PC release for sure. So hopefully they don't junk it up and they actually cram it up like they said they would. Because that's where I'll begin it. But I'll play games on any system. I just usually play it on console because it's the easiest. You know, I pop the disc in, I pick up my controller, and there we go. Yeah, so that's Ubisoft. There's one other thing from Ubisoft. They had there's a couple of their titles that are up and coming that were on Steam and then got removed from Steam, appeared on EA's Origin software. But they are now back on Steam. People were confused at what's happening there. But if you're worried about not being able to get your games like Unity, The Crew, and Far Cry 4 were the ones that were taken away for pre-order for a while. And we're confused, like, hey, what's happening with my pre-order here? But they're back now. I don't know what was going on, if it was just behind-the-scenes agreements preemptively put up. But they're back, so don't worry if you had those games ordered on Steam instead of Origin. What's the next bit of news now? Okay, there's a big con that happened recently, I've been told. And I think someone here in particular is an expert on this con that happened. But I've heard that the BlizzCon.
Oh, the Knitting Con 2014 in Los Angeles. I can tell you all about that.
That's Manny's thing. All right.
Made some amazing Twitter.
We got an hour monologue set from Manny right now on Knitting Con. Hit it away.
All right. So this year, Infinity Scarves all the way. It's totally
Is there manuals online if I want to learn?
Yeah, totally. It's basically like a scarf that never ends.
We can share it with
just
everybody.
keeps going and going.
We're talking about.
All right, so where were we? What you talking about, man?
There's a couple things announced. I see some StarCraft stuff. I know there's a new game that was announced, which I'm actually kind of excited for.
Overwatch?
Yes.
Yeah, the game's great.
I'm actually super excited for Overwatch. It looks like they took a page right out of Team Fortress's book. And then mixed it in with like League or Dota, and well, I guess in that it would so it's you got heroes basically in a Team Fortress situation. You know, you're pushing one side to the other. It's got a more cartoony kind of look to it, but each subclass is very unique. They have their own skills and abilities that can help each other or detriment each other in certain ways. And I feel like they're definitely going to be releasing more heroes in the future. I can definitely see that being a thing. I don't know if they said anything about that, but I can definitely.
Well, I already know that based on like hold on, let me see. Based on just the information and the stuff they had on the show floor, they weren't all of the characters they haven't even announced all of the characters that are in the game.
Yeah, okay, I figured they're
or I mean officially, because if you look over here, there's like a big brutish guy, there's like some samurai dude and and a gunman, gunslinger, and those guys weren't their names. We don't know what their names are. They weren't
Yeah,
playable.
right now the
So
ones they've announced are Tracer, Reaper, Pharah, Hanzo, Torbjorn, Widowmaker, Bastion, Winston, Reinhardt, Symmetra, Mercy, and Zenyatta. Those are the ones they've announced so
yep,
far. I'm going to actually link to
yep.
this very, very detailed Reddit post where they have the hero pages linked, the abilities linked, their primaries, ability 1, ability 2, ultimates, and all of the maps and images for them. So in the showcase here, you can go check it out. It's the Reddit post there. All the stuff is detailed there. But honestly, I'm super stoked. I asked my brother, who actually plays, he travels around and he plays Team Fortress 2 professionally, what he thought. He looked at it, and the thing is, he's very, very heavy on his criticism when it comes to other games that aren't Team Fortress, and he had nothing bad to say about it. He's like,
Um, um, even in the press lounge area, there was usually, and this is usually they have like a little room set up exclusively for press to go play games, right? Even in there, there was usually a 40-minute to an hour-long wait to play.
yeah, I think
Got the chance to play at least once before, so people were coming back over and over and over again to play some more. And you know from like the first time you play that like, okay, this is pretty high quality. The level of detail here, the animations, the abilities. It obviously needs some balance tweaking and all the other stuff that
yeah.
you'll do once you release it to the public at large. But like from your first go through, you're like, okay, yeah, they got something here.
Yeah, and I think it's. I think the mixture of the the two games that they're kind of putting together here is something I actually never even would have thought to have done. Mixing a MOBA kind of hero system with a team-based shooter. I never would have thought that would have crossed. I thought in the sense, what if we made a tower defense, but instead you're a shooter. I think there's been games that like that. Never
Yeah.
too much.
Sanctum.
Yeah, that never really had much traction, right? But so it was a good start and a good aid, but I think they nailed the crossover on this one. I think they analyzed, okay, what do we do? And obviously it's a good idea. What can we do to make it work? And I think they nailed it.
Well, I'll say this though. You have any questions for me since I actually played a lot of it? A lot.
Now you mentioned balance issues. Obviously that gets changed out. What I'm gonna start off just was a generic question. What was your favorite class? Who did you play and who did you really like?
Okay, so I think my two favorite were the defensive classes, Bastion, who turns into a turret, and Tobar. Is that his name, Torbal? I don't know. I just remember the dwarf guy, and I played him, who actually made turrets. And I just remember like going to a place, finding a good line of sight, and going like, okay, here I can only get attacked from this angle, and then laying down my turret and just defending it, building it up to its max level, throwing out armor abilities to armor pickups to my team members to make sure they were. At one point, I got so good, I got a 24 kill streak.
Holy crap!
And we just sort of, I got like 30 kills overall. I was like 1,000 points over the next player below me.
Oh
there was like a lot of like fun stories. Like maybe some guy just got into the right position, and the team didn't know what they're doing. Like and I just sort of held down a position for as long as possible and just drilling down, making sure no one got through as the angel lady would get behind me and heal me whenever I needed to, or someone would throw armor, and it was my job just to hold down the fort and make sure no one got past.
Yeah. So I also saw another. I was watching that live shoutcasting video that they posted, where this one guy was actually bunked up and he was just picking people off with his sniper rifle as they came around the corner. So I'm wondering, is it more of a map balancing they have to do, or is there a lot of character balancing?
You think so? I mean, there were moments when I got out of the match when I was playing as Bastion or was playing as someone else and say, that class needs to be nerfed. He's way too unbalanced. And I would go into another match with another set of people, and those guys just know exactly what to do. They would with the concussion grenades and just float above the area and just launch a couple of things, or use Tracer, go around, zoom around me, or like use, what's his name, the Reaper, warp over here. Just there was a lot of angles of attack, and like unless the other team like strictly defended each one and we're on top of it and making sure sure they had good defense and support. There was usually a way to get around it, even if you weren't sure what that way was.
Now, obviously, and I think this is an obvious answer to this question, but do you feel they designed this game around esports and having it be picked up as an esports game?
Anymore
Yeah,
at this point.
and it's weird because I've always seen it happen in the past where I've seen so many games come up and then just disappear, where they've designed the game to be an esport, like it's been made as an esport game, and it doesn't succeed. It's the games that you never expected, to be picked up as an esport.
Maybe, but this is Blizzard though. They already get a boost just from their reputation, and they have an annual convention with tournaments that they're bankrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever thought Hearthstone would be some esport, but hey, the Hearthstone tournament was watched by a lot of people, and they gave out a big prize. They had a big trophy. A lot of people were excited to participate, even if it's not like Dota level. It'll still be a thing.
I think that's what Blizzard's new focus kind of seems to be is esports, and what helps is I've noticed this with other esports that got big too, with Riot and League, and Dota, Valve. Just the games that get big are ones that have companies that support the game being an esport. So I think what Blizzard looks to be doing is we'll make this game for esports and then support it as an esport. We'll put everything we have into it. Again, the same thing with Hearthstone. If they're supporting it and they're having tournaments for it, then it's going to happen. So I think this game definitely is designed as an esport, but I think it's going to be successful because I think at this point they've analyzed, okay, what makes an esport game an esport game. I feel like there's been a crap ton of research gone into that, and I think they're pulling out a game that is perfecting all of that.
But even just from a business side, I'm sure they'll consider it successful if they're not losing money on the project. I mean, if they're just making money on it and it can sustain itself, or even just enough to support further Blizzard projects, that's fine. It doesn't need to be 200,000 people watch this one semifinal match or anything. I'm sure they'll be just as happy if people just continue to buy it and it pays for itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. I now did they announce any monetization plan on this? Is it going to be
monetization?
So
nope.
We don't know if it's going to be like.
You want to know? It's probably going to end up like Heroes of the Storm. It's probably going to be we're going to roll out characters, or we're going to rotate characters, or we're going to have skins, or we're going to give you hats.
Here's the Storm, though. Is it a free to play, or do you pay like a $60 fee and you have?
There is, of course, I don't think they've released any aside from StarCraft and Diablo. I don't think they do paid games anymore. Oh, except the expansion for World of Warcraft. There you go. Except for the original 3, I think all going forward, it's going to be a lot of free-to-play stuff.
If they had said anything about this game and what's going to be going on with that.
Nah, not yet. Regardless, they're waiting. They just want people to enjoy the.
Also, is there
PvP at this point?
Is it systems? Is it a PC only? Is it going to be console?
Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be crazy. That's a good idea. Oh, we'll think about that.
Was that a question that they had been asked?
Repeatedly. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting idea.
Okay, so there's no info on that at all at this point, but I could maybe see it come later. That's what they've done with the other games. Look at Diablo came later.
I don't see why it wouldn't work on a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, especially since they do free-to-play games now.
Well, yeah, exactly. It could 100% work. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I feel like that's also a PC game for me. I don't know. It just would feel right to only be playing that on PC. But regardless, I'm actually super hyped on this game, and I can't wait. Now, obviously, was it a 2015 or no? They didn't say. Yes. Beta 2015. Yes. So just a little more detail. We got a couple notes on the panel here. We have first-person team-based FPS, Beta 2015, 6v6 team compositions, payload and capture point territories maps, no team deathmatch, slower death than current military shooters, Twitch and non-Twitch shooter style characters, hero focused, not role focused, option to hero swap on death. Oh, that's okay. I didn't know that. That's actually interesting. I missed that.
Oh yeah, I mean that's part of the thing. If you're getting sniped repeatedly, when you die, just hit H, switch to a different character, and then just try a different plan of attack. And if that didn't, that's the reason. That's how I would get past bottlenecks. Is that I would be like, okay,
That makes
keep
sense.
losing this way. That would float above the battlefield, launch some attacks. Okay, we broke the line. Everyone move forward as quickly as possible. That kind of thing.
That makes it, because that's what TF2 does. I guess I should have expected that. And 12 announced heroes, more to come. 15 were shown in the lineup. So yeah, there's three there that weren't actually talked about. Okay, so the Q&A notes were here as well too. No pricing model yet, still to be determined. No gameplay customization, like skill trees and skill modifiers. So it's just straight. That's your class. That's what you get, which makes sense. Yeah, I'm hyped on that. I can't wait to see more. It's closed beta, open beta?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I bet you won't be open. They've never just gone straight out open.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Well, I'm gonna see what it takes to get into that closed beta, because I'm stoked for this. I'm looking forward to see more on that. There was another StarCraft. I don't play StarCraft, so I'm not super knowledgeable on this. But StarCraft has an expansion. Is it Legacy of the Void?
You have no clue about this game
I
at
have
all.
no idea about StarCraft.
Do you? Okay, so this is the final game in the StarCraft 2 trilogy. It's finally coming out. Standalone expansion. If you play the other ones, you know what to expect here.
I'm not. I played StarCraft in school in between classes and stuff, and I got demolished all the time. I was never a StarCraft person.
No, even if you don't, the campaigns, the single player campaigns are wonderful experiences that are totally worth experiencing.
I remember always sitting and watching my kid.
I know people think of StarCraft as only multiplayer. Honestly, I only think of StarCraft in terms of the campaign, and it's a good, solid campaign.
No, I remember watching my friend play the original StarCraft all the time. I think that's why I never really played it myself, because I always watched him play it through the story. So, is there Eric, Sarah? Do you guys ever play StarCraft at all? Is that into RTSs at all even?
I love RTSs, but have I played StarCraft in 5 years? No.
Yeah, it's definitely been a while for me too. Manny, do you play many RTSs or?
I play good games. Games are good games. I mean, like Warcraft 3 was a great game with a great campaign. StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty had a great campaign. It was a fun game. Just like the last one with a Heart of the Swarm. I mean, it's fun. It's totally fun. You can get it for like $20. It's a good, solid experience. It's easy for people to get into it.
Yeah.
No complaints.
Cool. So that's coming out then. Is that I didn't see. Was there a release for Legacy of the Void then? No.
No.
All ambiguous.
When it's finished. That's just point. You should always just say that when it comes to Blizzard stuff, when it's done.
Speaking of that, I'm still waiting for Mirror's Edge 2. Still remember when they posted the trailer. At the end, ready.
When it's done.
Launching when it's ready.
But that's like officially like the Blizzard statement is that until they officially say a date, it's always whenever it's ready.
I remember back when I was in high school when StarCraft 2 was announced to be like released, and then they just kept pushing. Like they're like, all right, it's gonna be this year.
No, they didn't push it. They never announced a date. They never pushed anything.
They would say no.
No. Blizzard doesn't make that mistake. I'm telling you, man, dude, they do not say. They say when it's done. That is always a Blizzard mantra.
All right. Well, yeah, StarCraft. For my last bit here, if you guys are into Telltale games, the Game of Thrones series is going to be premiering soon. There's going to be 6 episodes, um, and yeah, going to be premiering soon. They didn't actually say when, but if you're into that, it's going to be very soon. So you can follow their Twitter at Telltale Games if you want to keep up to date. I'm sure they will announce it there once they have a date for that. I think for me, that was the end of my news. Now I don't know if there's anybody here that had anything else. I'm sure I've missed some stuff, as per usual. Manny, is there anything else of note that we missed from BlizzCon that you want to give a shout out to?
Just some stuff for the movie, but unless you're really into it, I won't get it. I mean, unless people, nothing really. It's all good.
Oh,
Other than you can get really cheap Xbox Ones and PS4s right now.
where about?
In the US, you can get super cheap Xbox Ones or PS4s.
Yeah.
Well, we're not in the U.S., so indulge us.
Like I just picked up an Xbox One for less than $250.
That's insane. How is that happening?
Well, see, there they have. It's already $400, and then there's a $50 holiday price drop, and then they have this great promotion at the Microsoft Store where where they take any last gen console, even a PlayStation 3, and they'll give you $100 towards the purchase of an Xbox One. So I had an Xbox 360 lying around that I was literally just gonna throw away or give to somebody because it was just eating up space in my house. I have a newer one of the newer slim models, and it was just an old Elite that I had nothing to do with. So I took it in, and I got the machine for $250. Plus, I had some gift cards, so I got it for much less than $250.
You are now the proud owner of a next gen or current gen system.
And it came with not only that though, it came with 2 free games. It came with the Assassin's Creed bundle. So I have Unity and Black Flag for free. So that's a lot of stuff for less than $250.
You got an Xbox One? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm hopefully getting mine soon. But again, that'll lead into the next into our topic. Sorry.
Isn't that crazy? Eric just like a year ago paid $500 for it, and I paid like $250.
It's all good.
We're early adopters.
Hey, early adopters, man. You know what you're getting into, right?
We get to see the progress. We get to see the updates that come out. We get to see, what features we have now or that we didn't have before.
There. Now, Eric, you can finally add me on Xbox One.
Yeah, it's only been like a year.
Actually, what's that, precisely a year?
Close.
Yeah, very close. But again, that if no one's got any other news, that will lead us, I guess, into our topic. We're just going to go over some of the things that we're looking forward to and that we're hoping is going to be under the tree when Santa comes around. Just games or systems or ridiculous things that we want for Christmas in the next few months or whatever that we haven't already received. So I'm gonna start off with Eric there because I know he was pretty eager to tell me.
Hold on, don't start with me. Don't start with me.
All right, I'm gonna start with me. I've got one thing that I want in particular, and as I said before, I always end up buying all the things I want before Christmas comes. I just okay, I want that. I'm gonna go get it. I need it right now, and I can't wait. But there's one thing I'm waiting on because I mentioned it. My dad's like, all right, put it on your Christmas list. And I really want the Sunset Overdrive Xbox One white version. I don't know. If I'm gonna get an Xbox One, I want the white one, and I really want Sunset Overdrive. My friend's been playing it.
I don't think you should have waited for that one. From what those are pretty much sold out everywhere in the U.S. And it was like a limited one-time
Yeah,
run.
well, the EB Games near me says they still have a bunch left. So if
Oh, okay, you're lucky you're in Canada
yeah,
then,
no,
because
there's
those are
still
gone.
tons here. I could go to the store and buy one right now, no problem. Um, so I have to mention that to the old man.
Wouldn't that suck though if everyone wants to get one because there's a price drop and they all going like, no, I waited for
Hmm.
nothing.
Um, no, I was gonna get one right away, but I'm like, okay, I gotta wait on this one. But that's one of the very, very few things that that I'm actually waiting for Christmas. Is that thing? I have friends playing Sunset Overdrive, and they're saying it's a super fun, addicting game. And that it's they. I think I've heard the relation to Ratchet and Clank, but a more mature version is kind of is what they described it as. Yeah, which would make sense as it's Insomniac. Um, but I don't know. It looks fun, and I want an Xbox One, and I like the white version, so that seems like the perfect model for me. So I'm going to be asking for that one. I don't. That's a that's probably the only thing I'll ever get, or I will get for Christmas then. But um, it looks like Eric's got his mic muted, which means he's probably not ready. Oh, he's on the phone. Sarah, is there something you're looking forward to under the Christmas tree? Or
Well, yes, I already know that it's coming. Because, like I explained, we don't really do surprises between Zach and I, but nothing new or exciting. But I'm getting a Vita.
a PS Vita?
Yeah, it's one of those things where, well, frick, Zach's is right here, but I always wanted one. I'd see him play it, but I could never justify buying one for myself because there's really, like, I don't know, only a handful of games I want to play. So that's what he's getting me.
Nice. Are you going to be getting? Do you know to this detail the newer model or the older model?
The older one.
The older model, yeah. The older model's better.
I've already ordered from
Fine.
Amazon my memory card, so my memory card's here. It's just waiting for a Vita to go
That's the
into.
expensive thing. That's more than the system.
Yeah. Well, and we also got a PS TV. That was
Oh, you bought
Zach's
one.
early birthday present. Not a surprise either. But he was showing me how it works with his Vita, and it's really cool. So
When
I'm,
did those launch in North America?
I don't know, 3 weeks ago we probably got ours.
Oh, I didn't realize they even launched yet. Wow. Tells you how much I know.
It's
Um,
pretty cool. You should come over and see it in action because it's cooler than we thought it would be, at least.
that's for so. I wanted one myself, but living in, I feel like it would be more appropriate if you have, if you're either living with someone else or if you have a large place that you live in. I feel like that's more appropriate at that point. But when I live by myself, I don't necessarily need, the TV. It's to, I if I'm gonna play my Vita, I'll just go into my bed, lay down, and play. Um,
Yeah, this like turns your TV basically into a Vita. Like the interface looks the same. And so what's really cool about it is that like our PS4 is usually in the living room and it's like, yo, I want to play my Wii U, which is also there. And he's like, well, shit, I'm playing PS4. Well, he can just actually stream the PS4 to the PS TV and play in a different room. And then I can take over the TV in the living room. Or since it's Wii U, I can play on the gamepad, but just so many options.
that's good. Now, so how is the latency on it? Like, is there a bit of latency when it comes to input?
Well, I think it depends on your setup. They obviously recommend wired connection, but we have a wireless connection, and our place isn't that big. Both the PS4 and the PS TV are in a nice, close location, albeit in different rooms to the router. So it was actually pretty good. Zach did a test run on Shadow of Mordor, and he said, like, I would rather just play it the way it was played, but if I had to, he said it was good.
Hmm.
Better than the remote play to a Vita, he said.
Okay, that's good. But yeah, obviously with a wired connection.
Yeah. Well, and the graphics aren't as good too, right? You're taking a PS4 game and you are putting it through a device that doesn't have that kind of output. So.
Yeah, it's you're sending through wireless signals. It's going to be delayed, but yeah, fuck. Now I just remembered I wanted one of those.
Add it to the list.
I guess that'll be on my Christmas list.
It's only $100, not that.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah, they're not bad. Well, again, still though, if I'm hopefully getting that Xbox bundle, who knows if we're gonna get anything. Manny, is there anything in particular? I don't know if you know if you're asking people, Santa, for.
I don't do. I think Santa is a concept for rich white people with chimneys.
No, that's fair enough, and I'm honestly not big on the Christmas thing. People are gonna. My dad will not buy me stuff for Christmas. That's the only reason I ever say to him. That's usually why I just buy my own stuff, anyways.
No, I just don't. Christmas. I mean, with significant others. I mean, if you like, I don't. I get that because like we share the same bank account or you know what I mean, or that kind of stuff. If you share the same bank account, how's it really a present? And it's just like we're both buying this and we agree to it.
Fair enough.
But no presents. I mean, everything. I'm an adult at this point. If I want something, I'll get it. Not because I need it right away, just because I have the money, I can do it. Yeah. I don't know why I would deny myself something just for an arbitrary date.
There is something nice about opening up wrapping paper. I don't know. That is fun.
Yeah, that's why I ordered my stuff from Amazon.
Fair enough. But it's true.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I own pretty much everything I want. I'm pretty satisfied and happy.
Hey, fair.
And there's no one who's gonna swoop in and buy me some magical thing.
All right, I'm gonna change question for you then. Is there something in the next few months? We'll give it 2 months. What is the thing? Is there a game, a system, anything that you're looking forward to most in the next couple months?
No, I'm good, man.
Yeah, nothing.
I'm good. I got my iPad. I got my Xbox. I got my iPhone. I'm set.
What about nothing? Oh, you know what? Actually, one for me. Batman's coming out soon.
Batman what?
Arkham. Oh, why am I forgetting the name? Arkham. Sorry. Yeah, Arkham Knight. Is that not?
Is that coming soon?
Oh, maybe
I thought it was coming out in
I
March.
thought that was soon. Oh no,
I didn't know we were talking
looking over
about Christmas too.
my pre-ordered stuff, and I saw Batman. I just assumed it was soon. No, I think you're right.
I thought that was pushed like everything else to like
I think you are
February, March.
entirely right. Yeah, June is what it's looking to be. June 2nd. So that's a ways off. But
Hey, if someone wanted to buy me like a 27-inch Retina iMac, that'd be great.
That's totally not what I'm using right now.
Danny, are you listening? Cool. So with your iPhone, a quick question about: did you get the Plus or the regular?
Just a 6.
How many inches is that?
4.7.
Okay, so it's okay. I thought it was around that range. I wasn't sure. I went to I recently went to the States down to Florida, and there was a lot of iPhone 6s there.
Hey, when you sell like over 10 million a weekend, someone has to have them, right?
Yeah, well, it was just strange because it was just I think it's just the area I live in, but it's this area is so just every other person I look at has a Nexus 5. Down there, every other person had an iPhone.
Stuff I use. I'm like, dude, this is pretty normal.
Yeah,
all right, it's not that big of a deal.
It was so straight.
Like, but gamers seem to have like this bug up their butt about like big popular corporations.
Yeah,
It's,
no,
like, it's not a big deal, dude.
That's
My mom
ironic
has
because
one.
Google's a huge corporation.
Yeah, exactly. Like Google some charity. Google.
My point, yeah, it was cool to see. Just like I'm like, wow, this is so different than what I'm
Yeah,
used
dude, it's
to.
normal. I mean,
I
and it's
didn't
not
know
even that big of a deal. If someone pulls out an iPhone, they pull out an iPhone. If they pull like a Samsung Galaxy, they pull up
Oh,
a
yeah,
Galaxy.
I'm not-
No one gives anyone else any
I'm just saying.
grief. It's the only time I ever get cell phone grief is when I deal with gamers. most normal people, it is a non-issue, and no one cares what you use. Not
No,
anyone cares.
yeah. Anyways, not to. I wasn't. Don't want to bring up any debate or anything else. Just saying.
No, I understand what you're
I
saying.
think I was.
It's just like some culture shock. Like how you were weirded out that nobody was clapping on the plane, and I was looking at you like, what
No, because
freak thing are you
every time I
talking about?
flew anywhere, in Europe even, as soon as we landed, we clapped, but it was weird down there. I just didn't. I think someone mentioned that it's usually a lot of times only on intercontinental flights that it'll happen. Because you're going over the ocean and stuff. But no, it was. I don't fly often, but every time I had, it was just strange because everyone always clapped for the pilot when he landed. And it just
That seems so weird to me. I mean, why would you?
I think
I sort of like it's this weird
I think it
subtext
was
that
more
thank you for not
more
killing us, but it's
well,
like,
it is because it's. I think it's the appreciation that that's a very hard job. Um, eh,
but a lot of experience, and it's safer. Honestly, you should be clapping for your bus driver because you're a lot more likely to get killed driving down the street than you are in a plane.
that's why when I get off the bus, I say thank you. I don't clap because I think when
All
leaving
right.
the bus,
So when you told
that's
me that
so
though, I
weird
had
to
less of a
start
problem
clapping
with
for
it.
him going out.
No, but like when you told me that you do say thank you for the bus driver as well, then I'm like, okay, fine. I got nothing. But it's like if you're saying, oh, thank you for not, I was like, no, man, you're safe. You're gonna be okay. There are millions of flights, like in a month, millions. Statistically, if there's something gonna go wrong, it's gonna happen on a bus. It's gonna happen in your taxi. It's gonna happen in your Uber. It's gonna happen on the ferry. It's
No,
not gonna happen on the
again,
plane.
I'm not nothing wrong with it. I was just saying that was a difference to me. I'm like, whoa,
No. I hear you.
didn't expect that either. But yeah, I just want to make sure on the size because when I saw people with the iPhones, I'm like, that doesn't look like an iPhone I've seen, but it's not as big as the Plus. So 4.7, that makes sense. I just want to know the size of it. So as for Christmas items, that's pretty much all I really want. Everything else I'm buying, and Eric's kind of gone MIA at the moment. Sarah, is there anything else you're looking forward to under the tree there this year?
I don't know. Usually I tell my parents to get me an Xbox Live subscription for a year so that it's a really easy renewable present. But 2 weeks ago, Zach and I traded in like 90% of our Xbox games for PS3 games. So I don't know. I already renewed our PS Plus for a year, so I can't think of anything.
That's my issue. A lot of times I'll get like PSN cards for like gift cards, or I'll get like month free things. But if I use the month free, like when you buy a new system or a game, if I use the month free, will that delay the time that my thing will get renewed?
1 month trial, it'll just push out the date a month. Sometimes, like for example, these newer ones that come with the Xbox, these are just trials. So I tried to put them in. They said you already have an Xbox Live Gold subscription.
So I'm
With game time, it'll just push your renewal date out a month.
That makes sense because I haven't used. I actually have like 5 free months for PSN or PS Plus right now, and I haven't put them in because I don't know if it's gonna push my renewal date, if it's like you can do a weird overlap thing, or if it's just I guess.
Probably push it out, or it'll give you an error saying you can't use this because you already have a Plus subscription, and just give it to somebody.
That makes sense. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'll give it to my girlfriend.
That's the thing too. Is like I feel weird about asking for video games from people at this point because I'm such a better consumer when it comes to games. Like for example, I don't know if this is the case in Canada. Like you just said that you had your mom get you an Xbox Live subscription, and I would never do that because I track stuff enough to know that those things drop down to like $30 during like specific times of the year. I'm like really $60 on something that I can get for 30.
That's true. Yeah.
Same thing with games. Like I know when games drop in price, I follow them, so I know when to get a game on the cheap rather than have like friends or family spend their hard-earned money on something they might not even play right away and spend their full retail for it.
Mm. And that's why I end up buying a lot of my own stuff.
Yeah, I'm fine just buying stuff for myself. I mean, maybe just get me like I don't, no, I don't even get presents anymore. But if it had to, I don't know, an iTunes gift card, I'll buy an album or something.
There
I
we
don't
go.
know.
That's the big thing on on Manny's wish list this year. It's an iTunes gift card.
Or Amazon
Amazon. There you
gift
go.
card. I'll buy some toilet paper. I don't know. We need more
man,
paper towels.
I actually I used to be when online shopping first became a thing years and years and years ago. I'm always confused when I hear like people say, "Oh, I can't stop shopping online. I need to buy more things." It just weirded me out. But as soon as I started buying things online, I got freaking addicted. I love buying things online now.
You know what I think is probably what I think a lot of cam girls do this too, is they just have an Amazon wish list and you just link it to people that you can just buy things on the wish list for. So you're like a wedding registry.
Don't pay me. I just buy me things.
Hey, go on Reddit. You'd be surprised how prevalent that is.
That's awesome. That's actually awesome. But
So if you, yeah, I don't know, maybe just do that for people. Why don't you do that? Just send your dad, here's my Amazon wish list. Pick something off the list. I'll be notified when you purchase it.
well, the issue is that Amazon in Canada isn't as good as what's in the States. So there's tons of stuff. There's tons of stuff that's on the States Amazon that I'm like, oh, I want that. Click buy. What's not available in your country? So I need to get like a PO box or something. Because there's tons of things that I ended up wanting, but no. That's on the YouTube channel or video afterwards. Let us know what you guys want, what you're looking forward to for Christmas, what you've asked for. If there's any games or systems or what's getting you most excited to get to unwrap under the tree in the next month and a half. Now, we seem to have lost Eric, and he said he had a few things, but I don't know when he's going to be back. So if you want, we can all sit here in silence until he comes back. Oh, I see him. There he is.
No, he's just checking in. He's gone again.
Come here.
What about amiibos? I was going to ask you guys. You guys picking up any amiibos now that they're coming out around this time?
What is the release date on those? I actually didn't see.
I think you can already buy them. You can buy them right now. Some of them, like Season 1, Wave 1.
What? I feel like I would have heard about that.
Yeah, and they just announced a bunch of, like Sonic. You can pick up Sonic and Mega Man and Bowser.
Well, I know about the amiibos.
You haven't heard about the new amiibos?
They were...
No, but the new Season 2 and the fact that like Season 1's on sale.
It's weird because I feel like I would have heard about that because I'm on the Smash Brothers subreddit every day, and they like to talk about that stuff.
Wait, isn't? Oh no, maybe it's just the press that are getting the new one.
Yeah. The first wave of amiibo were released in North America on November 21st.
Yeah. Okay. So
it will release.
It's just press friends.
It will release with Smash Brothers.
All right. So you guys can pick.
I will.
Pick them up?
I'm gonna get one, I think, but I'm gonna wait till later. I just want to get one to test it to see really how it works, and I probably will not collect them all. I know someone, one of our friends actually, Sarah Joey. He's already pre-ordered every single amiibo that has been announced.
How much money is that? Like?
It was a
$200?
couple hundred. Yes, I know that. I don't know the exact number, but I just know it was very expensive.
And they just announced like Toon Link, Mega Man, Sonic, Bowser. I think Villager is new, or he might be old.
Villager's new. I have a feeling Zach's probably gonna get the Mega Man.
Probably.
I do like that it's not just all it's not all just Nintendo characters.
Well, it's everything, yeah. Because what helps with that is that Smash Brothers is, they got Namco and everything in there too, right? So it's having that as the game you push it out with first, and then we'll see more waves come in the future for other games as well too. Will be sweet to. I like the idea of them amiibos. If you're gonna have interactivity, it's cool to have that figurine. It's a collectible. It's something you can put, on display, have it there, looks cool, and it's usable. It's usable as well.
I hear you. So it's nice for kids. I actually did see like a little kid when I was at the mall recently playing with his Skylanders toys. Oh no, Disney Infinity toys. Like his dad was just hanging out, sitting down. His kid was playing like on the bench with the Infinity toys, and he was going on little adventures. And I'm sure once he tells little stories there, and then once he gets home, he puts them on the thing and tells more stories, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, so that's cool. And that's why I like it's, if you're getting collectibles, at least they're useful for something more than just being collectibles too, right? So, especially with the Infinity for kids, yeah, definitely. Now they have toys that are useful in the physical world and in the digital world.
Me, I'm at the point now where I'm over physical stuff. I don't want. I'm trying to throw away stuff actively, which is why I was like looking to get rid of an Xbox. And just then, like Major Nelson tweeted, "Hey, $100 off the thing. Plus, we have the $50 off. Plus,
Good. Help me get rid of my stuff.
But I'm sure you know what it's like. You just moved, so like when you really do assess your life, when you have to put everything in a bunch of boxes and then move said boxes across town or across to a different state.
I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and nothing makes it more apparent than moving. And living around here, moving is always a ready possibility.
Okay, see, it's not as intense over here. I've only moved technically, I guess, 3 times. I've moved out of my parents' house, and then after 4.5 to 5 years, I moved to this place now. So,
I mean, like with the kind of rent goes, LA rent. I mean, so California stuff in particular is pretty expensive. So you might have to move if stuff gets too high, or if work or school pushes you somewhere else, so you may need to move again. Or one area might be bad, you might find out later, so you need to move again. It's a lot of moving, and then it's not even just to mix it. Like you just realize, like, oh, do I really need all this crap? You start, I don't even use this stuff, but I take it with me every time.
It's like our friend Shane Lewis said when he moved. He does the YouTube channel Re-Res, and when he moved, he got rid of a lot of the games that he never would have thought to get rid of. Just because when he moved, he's like, I got to get rid of some of this stuff.
I will say it is kind of liberating to have less things in your life. It feels great when you just walk out and it's just not this clutter of things, and you go. And it makes the stuff that you decide to keep, a few like bits of memorabilia or collectibles, or the stuff you got at a convention or a part of a game, that much more meaningful, because it's not just like a pile of all the crap video game related you have. No, but this is the one thing from that one game that actually meant something to me and survived the purge.
It's tough for me just because I'm a pack rat. I wouldn't say hoarder.
You're a hoarder?
I have a lot of stuff.
And hoarders never want to call themselves hoarders. That's okay. It's cool, man. The first when you're ready.
No, I'm not ready.
Have you unpacked anything since like a week and a half ago, Brody?
No, well, here's the thing is, this is a temporary space until I move down the hall.
Right.
So you're going to move again. Jeez.
That one was known, though. I knew this was a temporary space. So that's why I haven't unpacked really anything. Like if you look right beside me here, I still got a box of stuff. So I have boxes everywhere just because it doesn't make sense to me to unpack if I'm going to move down. It's just down the hall. It's the same apartment building, but it doesn't make sense if I'm moving soon to unpack everything, right? So I think once I move and I start to unpack things, I'll hopefully be able to purge a bit. But again, it will be tough for me just because I look through. You know what? I kept my Bionicles. Apparently, Bionicles are worth about $50 each now.
Go for it. Yeah, but that means you have to part with them. Are you willing to part with them?
No, see, that's the thing. The more expensive they get.
See, exactly. So shut up when you talk about how much they're worth now.
I'm just saying, though, I wouldn't have known that. That's more knowledge I have. Right?
How nice. When I want more knowledge, I watch a documentary, go on Wikipedia. Hey, you know what I've learned, though, is that I used to, like, that's why I was really big into handle. I don't know. I really liked hardware. I liked having things. And I started to realize, you know what? I have all these amazing multi-use computers and stuff all around me. I started realizing, like as much as I like my iPhone, it's like I don't even really care if Apple started to suck tomorrow and I just bought an Android phone. It's like as long as I can have the same experiences, like who cares? All I really care about is like the data, like my pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And then being able to have new or the same experiences as I go on forward. So like even if I wasn't using this particular computer to talk with you people and I got a laptop or some other computer, it's like who cares as long as I can have the experiences that I enjoy and continue to have those experiences. I'm learning that experiences are better than things.
That's the toughest thing though is to lose your data. That's something you never want to.
Yeah, I feel like that stuff you can never replace. Like my pictures of my family vacation, or like an old essay I wrote for a class that I really enjoyed reading, or
I've
just
had a lot of data
that's the kind of stuff I
stolen
feel like
from me.
matters more.
It's not, yeah, it's not nice to have to lose all your stuff, rebuild up new stuff, and have it gone again. That's not fun.
Yeah, like I think I've learned that thanks to like sort of like I think you learn the same thing thanks to Google services. Is that like any individual, as much as we love our cell phones, any individual phone isn't really that important because if it get lost, stolen, or broken, you just get the new one that they would give you, the replacement, put in your code, and all the data comes in, and it's like
Well, and
it's like the
that's
identical
what's cool
device, right?
with especially I know with the new Android update coming out there, I think they finally have a really good system for it. Is that even if you get a new phone, just tap your phone to the other one and all your stuff transfers over. But everything's stored in the cloud.
That's what I'm saying. It's like as even like the things that we use the most on a daily basis for hours on end aren't even in and of
I
itself
think
that
what it is,
important.
the phones are just the tool to access your content. So you pick a phone that's comfortable for you to access your content.
But and that's the thing. But they never look at the things that they use on a daily basis and that they would actually miss if they were gone. It's like these tools that we think of these as like interchangeable, disposable tools are often our most favorite things, like more things, not like
Yeah.
on the planet. You know
No,
what I mean?
that's true.
I'm trying to realize like, oh, this thing is my favorite thing of all the things that I have, and even if this thing disappeared, I can replace it with another thing and just be just as happy.
True. Yeah, no,
That
it's
helps.
true. A lot of when you get older, you realize it too that
Yeah, I'm gonna be dead soon, so like, who cares about all this stuff?
just like I guess that's another way of phrasing it.
No, I'm not even joking. I mean, just based on genetics and blah blah blah. I'm probably gonna be dead a lot sooner than you guys, and Sarah is probably gonna live longer than her husband, just to say it. And you realize, do I need all this crap just taking up space? I should just be focused with spending my money on experiences and people and friends.
Well, that's true. That's
okay, Eric. We killed enough time. Christmas.
Yes.
we're
Sorry,
waiting for you. You see what you're saying.
very important work call.
What do you want? What are you looking forward to for Christmas? What is something you want to see under that tree that you're unwrapping?
Well, something that I really want that isn't video game related or game related for that matter is this little robotic mouse for my cat.
Is it the one that you control with your phone?
No, you do have the capability of controlling it with your phone with an app that you can download, but for the most part, it's like it learns like your cat's like playing techniques and stuff like that, and it'll like train itself to I don't know, to respond better. I don't know how the hell it does it, but it's supposed to hide from your cat and do all this shit and pretty much like keep them running around and active and stuff without you having to sit there and throw a ball to them.
You should share that link with me because this guy has been sleeping there this whole podcast.
Yeah, those orange cats love to sleep. Yeah, he's assed out.
That catist, man.
Yeah, mine's actually running around right now. He's awake. Oops, psst, come here.
My non-orange cat is also sleeping, just slightly off camera.
Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked on hopefully getting that. Other stuff that I want, I don't really know.
Hello.
I would like to get a copy of Super Mario RPG, if possible.
An original one?
Yeah.
I got one of those.
Yeah, that must be nice.
That must be nice.
It is.
Yeah, I bet.
Hey,
Do you sleep with it?
I might tonight because Zach's out of town.
I would.
It's lonely.
They'll keep
your secret lover. Well, now if we do that Secret Santa, what Eric wants.
I'll talk to Steven. I'll find one.
He ain't getting mine.
No, he's not getting mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like I feel like it's still a little too early for me to like think about what I want for Christmas because I'm a last minute shopper. You know, where like I go hardcore like the week before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's tough to tell.
I bought a.
You're like me. You buy things.
Did you guys already go over your stuff?
You were gone for a very long time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was on a work call there.
It's into a whole new conversation that got like morbid.
It got morbid?
It got morbid. Basically, we're all gonna die.
But I'm gonna die last.
Why?
Probably. Well, no, but you do smoke, so maybe you'll die at the same time.
You're going first.
Oh, I don't smoke and I exercise. Sorry, Sarah. You're
Hey,
first to go.
I went to the gym yesterday. Brody saw me. The stairs were not my friend today, so.
Yeah. No, that's.
Hey, I just quit smoking 6 months ago. You can do it, Sarah.
There you go, Eric. You've added 5 years to your life. Congratulations.
Yep.
You should get an achievement.
Cold turkey. It was tough. It was tough, but definitely one of the best decisions I ever made.
Hey, good for you, man. Good for you. Sarah, you're next. We'll get you.
I'm gonna get Sarah a vapor pen then, I guess, for Christmas.
Well, I'm hoping that by the time I get to about the age 40 to 45, we've already figured out how to live forever. That's my fingers crossed.
I thought you were going to finish that section with like immersive virtual reality gaming.
Well, that's the other thing. If
Just put your brain in.
honestly, if you could just
You don't have
hook
to
my
worry
brain
about
up to
living forever.
something, and I don't need a body, I'll do it. I honestly, if they start to be able to replace all our body parts with things that will last forever, I'll do it. I'll be the first.
Nothing lasts forever.
I have the opposite opinion. It's
Brody.
like if you can keep me looking this way forever, I don't care what's happening inside. I'm really vain like that. Like whatever's inside, don't care, but don't let my like skin go.
Why don't we just stuff you? It's like take.
That's
That's a
actually
taxidermist.
I should
Look that
write
way
a will
forever.
right now. Those are my wishes upon death.
Taxidermize me.
Well, you could still be an organ donor because it's like you take it all out and then stuff it up, so it's all good.
I just want to be conscious forever. So that's why I say if you just put my brain in a vat and I can still observe and be conscious, like
Yeah, but you're gonna be in the first version of the brain vat. That's like you're gonna be in the Eudora of brain vats.
but at least it's still a brain vat.
You'd be like using the brain vat Apple II. People would be like, "Oh my God, you believe that guy?"
I guess it's
He's
better than
emailing us from
cards.
brain vat one.
The other option was when I hit the age 45, I cryogenically freeze myself.
Because that worked out for this
Well,
thing, right?
we haven't unfreeze them yet.
Oh, come on, Brody. Just accept it, dude.
I don't
You're
wanna
gonna die.
It's
It's
you know
okay.
what?
It's
I'm gonna go to
okay,
school.
dude. And then someone will come in and take your apartment, and then they'll have a nice life, and they'll have kids, and then those kids will die, and then more people come along, and it'll be great. It's just how it goes. It's how it goes, man.
I have garroscophobia, so I really try to convince myself that I'm not going to die and there will be a way for me to live forever.
I'll probably
called
just
being
off
young.
myself on my 60th birthday because I feel like it's ultimately downhill from there.
It really-
No, you kidding me? Oh, you mean 60
Yeah.
the new 50? 60-year-olds look better than ever. They look great. Maybe not up where you are, but in LA, I know tons of vibrant young 60-year-olds.
What do you
who are
call
doing some
those,
of the best work
gilfs?
they've ever done.
Gills.
Yeah, but just imagine.
No, I call them normal people because they don't look terrible. I don't know what 60 looks like to you guys, but I know plenty of 60-year-olds who look fantastic, and they're doing some of the best stuff.
Yeah,
in
their
careers they've
faces
ever done.
might be all right, but I bet you their vaginas are disgusting.
And
Yeah, because that's all.
Yeah. And dude, when you're 60 years old, yes,
How
that's,
awesome is this vagina?
yes, that's all that matters when you're 60, Manny.
I feel
telling you.
like at that point your libido's not quite what it was, and you don't really concern yourself with those things anymore.
It doesn't matter. The day the day that I can't get an erection is the day that I will off myself. That will be my last.
You know that can happen
Doesn't
for a
matter.
number of
And
reasons,
that's
even in your
it,
early
dude.
30s.
Then I'm done. I'm checking out.
I like that he can't get up one time because he got stressed at work. Where's the gun?
Bring it over here.
No, it was just like literally because he was tired because he worked a 24-hour shift, and I was like, no, I don't care. Where's the gun?
But yo, listen, for real though, like you can have a lot of plastic surgery and make your face look really great, but you can't. I mean, well, you can do stuff about your vagina, but like a lot of chicks, I feel like kind of let that go. They don't really care about it, you know. So they're just all raggedy and just wretched. Probably.
I'm leaving this podcast now. I'll see you guys later.
It's made it into Gamers Roundtable.
Bye.
So what we're gonna do is we are gonna end things on that note. And
really? On that note, that's great.
on that note, I think we should do an after show sometime where we can discuss further things about those things.
Sure.
I will not be present.
No, cool.
I'll make a diorama and.
Oh, I won't even watch it later then.
Oh man.
I'll do a PowerPoint.
We can have a monologue.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're the Gamers Roundtable. Very interesting bunch, and we do.
If your kids were watching along with you, I'm sorry.
I think we are marked as an NSFW broadcast. So okay. I think I've preemptively done that in anticipation for our Jersey boy here.
Which is sad because Jersey Boys is fun for the whole family. On Broadway now.
But yeah, we did this. We talk about video games for the most part every week at 7 p.m. EST now. So you join up, talk about video games, join in the live Q&A, or message me on Hangouts if that's how you prefer to do it. But go to Gamers Roundtable Show on YouTube, youtube.com/Gamers Roundtable Show, to watch previous episodes and the things we talked about in the past. And to leave comments on the videos. But again, we do this live every time, so it's better to join us live because then you can directly interact with us. We're going to go down the line and say goodbye to the people that came in. Thanks for coming out. Manny, thanks for coming out. You can find Manny on Twitter at MarinoEM.
If you want to see a whole bunch of pictures from BlizzCon and more to come, is check out my Instagram, LA Horizon.
Instagram is LA Horizon.
Manny, follow me on Instagram too.
Yeah.
You did?
I already did, man.
God damn it.
Yeah.
You're fat. I am?
You're following me too, bro.
Man, I'm out of it this week.
Get the gun.
Get the gun, man. Get the gun.
I gotta go look at old people's stuff now.
That's just how it's happening. Well, if you're not into looking at that, you can go look at some columns at RP Gamer. He's got some stuff there.
Cool.
So go check him out there. Now, if you want to hear more about what Eric has to say on these specific topics, you can find Eric on Twitter at EricMiller3. So go follow him there. You can hear what he's got to say. But so thanks for coming out for Eric and giving us some interesting, colorful dialogue.
Yep.
And next to him, we've got the wonderful Sarah. Sarah, thanks for coming out. You can find Sarah on the Twitter at Yosarar. That's Y0SAWARAWR. I messed that spelling up completely. Tell us how it is.
Yo, Y0, Sarar, SARAWR. I think you got it right.
Okay, cool. I think I put too many W's in there at one point, but you can find her on there. So thanks for coming out, Sarah, and joining in this delightful conversation.
Thank you for having me. And one more plug, my lower third wasn't working. You can go to heartpieces.ca. That's HART, Heart Pieces. And that's where Zach and I post our fun art stuff. It actually redirects to Facebook, so follow along.
I was going to say, do you have a real website, or is it?
I've been too lazy. I haven't built it. I've been building a spreadsheet that calculates D&D characters' stats automatically and learning other languages, so I've been lazy.
Fair enough. And Manny, I don't think we let you say goodbye there. Goodbye, and thanks for coming out, Manny.
Oh, Cool, man. Cool. I was just chilling, having some
Chilling,
tea.
having some tea.
I come just to hang out with some people, chat about
Oh,
stuff. Not that I expect.
Manny, I gotta talk to you off air here in a minute. Don't forget to talk to
All
me.
right, cool.
And myself, I'm Liefx. Once again, my lower third's not working either. But you can follow me on Twitter at Liefx. That's Liefx. You can find me on anything at Liefx. I'm always there. And actually, I'm going to plug it in if you're watching. Go to voices.com/people/Liefx. I'm trying to build up a portfolio for a bunch of voice acting and voice talent stuff. So if you need anybody for that, let me know. But yes, go to Gamers Roundtable Show on YouTube. Subscribe to us, helps us out. Go on to Google Plus and find Gamers Roundtable. +1 us, circle us, and join in on the conversation. But thanks for coming out, and we'll see you next week. And as always, keep gaming hard.